5 RV septic items you can't live without. Hi guys, Mike from RVBlogger here in front of the camera, and Susan's behind the camera. And today we're going to be discussing the 5 septic items that you need for your RV or travel trailer. Must have, gotta have to have these items to make it all work. If this is your first time catching us on YouTube, welcome to the channel. We make tons of YouTube videos all about RVing, and we also have a website called RVBlogger.com where we write hundreds of articles about RVing as well. So like I said, today we're going to talk about our 5 must-have septic items, and so let's get started. Our number 1 favorite septic item is our RhinoFlex RhinoBlaster. This thing is fantastic because it helps to maintain and also do a thorough cleaning of our black tank. The way this thing works is it has a separate gate valve on it. This can close off water from leaving the black tank. It also has a garden hose that you can connect to it. And when you open this valve, water will shoot up into the black tank, flush it all out. And then once you get your black tank nice and full, you can open up your gate valve and all the black tank water will run out of here. The clear elbow helps us to make sure that we can see once we have the black tank all nice and cleaned out. We will flush it several times after we dump, almost every time we dump our black tank. And that way we can flush everything out, keep it nice and clean and maintained, and everything works great with no problems. Now, they actually sell another RhinoBlaster without the gate valve, but without this gate valve on here, it just doesn't work. When you spray water up into your black tank, if there's no gate valve here to stop the water from running back out of the black tank, then you'll never be able to fill your black tank all the way and really get a good flush. So we highly recommend you only buy the one with the gate valve. Also, as a safety precaution, you'll notice that we do not have our white fresh water hose hooked up to this system at all, and we never will. We actually bring a separate garden hose that's green, a different color, and we only use this hose to hook up to the RhinoBlaster. Even though this valve, when it's in the open position, it has a backflow valve, so no septic water can go backwards into this hose. You never ever want to run your fresh water hose into here because you just don't want to take the chance of any black water getting into your hose by accident. So we carry a separate septic hose, and you should too. The number 2 must-have item for your septic system on your RV or travel trailer is the sewer hose itself. We love the RhinoFlex sewer hoses. I buy the heavy-duty ones. I actually have 2 10-footers that are connected together, so I can run up to 20 feet very easily, or if I have a shorter run, I can disconnect them and just use 1/2 of the hose. The other nice thing about the RhinoFlex hoses are that they come with these nice end caps. So when I take the hose apart and before I store it, I put the end caps on, and that way I don't get any dirty water leaking into my storage bin that I keep all of my septic supplies in. So we highly recommend the RhinoFlex hose. You can step on these hoses. They're very heavy duty. We've never had a problem with ours ever, and they just hold up very well. We've used the cheapos before. They cost like 10 bucks, and we've had a coupling come off the end of one of our hoses. I stepped on one and crushed one of our hoses. So don't waste your money on the cheapo ones. Just get the RhinoFlex heavy duty sewer hose and you'll be in great shape. Our number 3 must-have sewer or septic item is the sewer support system that you use. We just have a plasticky one, and it works great. And the idea here is no matter what the terrain is, you want to make sure you run from uphill to downhill where your septic water drains into the septic system. And this support holds the hose up so it runs slowly downhill all the way to here. If we didn't have this support here, we would get a belly in the hose, and then it would have to run uphill to be able to drain down. So the beauty of this system is it just keeps everything flowing downhill for you with no bellies to stop up your flow, as they say. Our number 4 must-have sewer or septic item is a little set of weights that we use to hold our septic hose in place. These weights, they're just little bell weights, go right over top, and it keeps this from popping out of where it connects into the sewer system at the campground. Sometimes when you pull the lever on the black tank, it'll have a big surge of water, and that surge of water can cause this to pop out. And you do not want that to happen. So these weights help to ensure that everything stays secure and in place. Our number 5 must-have septic item is these orange gloves that I'm wearing right now. These are orange nitrile gloves by a company called Gloveworks. And I absolutely love these gloves. The reason I like them so much, or reasons, is because they are a thicker rubber than the normal black gloves that you might find out there. Also, they come up higher on your wrist. Also, they have this grid pattern built into them, which really helps you to be able to grip all these slippery plastic fittings that go on the sewer hose and everything. So these are the best gloves I've ever used, and I highly recommend these as well. A couple of other items that aren't exactly must-have, but you certainly want to have these items as well, are some kind of a foam pad for under your knee. Most of the time, when you're hooking up your sewer system or your septic system, you're on gravel or concrete or, I don't know, even on the dirt. This really makes things a lot more comfortable for my knees anyway. And then the other thing I recommend is a nice big tote. We use our tote because everything septic goes in here. That way we create a nice barrier that's waterproof, and we don't have any problems inside of our storage compartment. So we have every septic item go inside of our tote. Keeps things nice and safe and clean. We have links to all these items in the show notes down below, or you can run over to RVBlogger.com, hit the gear page, and you'll find all of these septic items within all of the gear that we mention on our page. Full disclosure, we do make a little commission if you use our links to buy these things, but it's at no extra cost to you, and it helps us to make sure that we can fund our YouTube channel and our website so that we can keep creating free content for you to check out and use. Also, if you want to check out some other of our videos, just click on one of these boxes right here. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel when you have a chance. Hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every week when we release a new video. So for Mike and Susan, we'll see you next time.